Okay, hello everyone. Hello guys. How are you all? Hello everyone. Hello, good evening. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Am I audible? Am I visible to everyone? Hi Krishna. Hi Karthik. Hi Kiran. Hi Sharmila. Hi Hema. Hello everyone. Am I audible? Am I visible to everyone? Audio, video, everything is clear, working fine. Yes or no? Hi guys. Hello everyone. Hello. So today we are going to start the final marathon for PPB, right everyone? So we are starting the final marathon part 1 today and part 2 tomorrow. So everyone, whoever is joined the session, just please like and share the video. Everyone, just please like and share the video, guys. How much time will be taking for this session? It is from 6 to 9, hopefully from 6 to 9, 3 hour session. Okay, let's see how much we can finish in this session. Okay, hi Hima, hello Shirish, hello Kiran, hello Krishna, hello Karthik, hello Shamila, hello everyone. Hello guys, hello everyone. So did you all just please share the video, like and share the video, guys, everyone. Buffering, so buffering issue, anyone? Only Karthik has this buffering issue, or anyone have this buffering issue in this class? So hi, good evening, Ruchi. So, if there is any buffering in today's session, I won't be able to do anything, guys, because I am living in Srinagar right now, right? And Wi-Fi condition and the network condition in all over Srinagar is not good due to the ongoing situation. You know that the ongoing tension and due to the everything is halt here, right? So I'm just taking the session. Let's see how much the Wi-Fi can tolerate, and if there is any buffering, you have to just for today you have to manage this, okay? Because there are issues, I know. Okay, so let's start discussing, I think. Okay, so the very first question of the class, let's start with the very first question of the class. When the bank processes a check, okay, when a bank processes a check for clearing on the behalf of the client, which of the following relationship is established considering the role and responsibilities involved? The bank becomes the holder for the value of the check, gain the ownership of the fund. The bank act as an agent for the check holder, facilitating the collection of the fund from the paying bank. The relationship formed is that of clearing member and principal, where the bank assumes all the risk. The bank and the check holder enter into a partnership, sharing profit from the transaction. None of the above accurately define the relationship. Everyone, please answer this question. So, this is the very first question of the class. Everyone, please answer this question. First question is easy. We are starting with the easy question. Everyone, now please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Okay, so Shirish is saying B, Kiran is saying B, every one of you is saying B right now. Okay, so the question is, when a bank processes a check for clearing on the behalf of the client, which of the following relationships is established considering the role and responsibilities involved? So the bank become the holder for the value of the check? No, obviously not. The bank act as an agent for the check holder, right? So this is actually the agent principal relationship, right? So bank is acting as an agent for the check holder, and check holder is actually the principal in this case. Check holder is actually called as the principal in this case, right? So the actually the relationship here is the principal and the agent. So obviously B is the correct answer, everyone. Hi, good evening, sir. Good evening. Now, Rohan is a businessman who has taken a loan from ABC Bank. To ensure or to secure the loan, he deposits certain valuable goods and securities with the bank. Due to the sudden downturn in his business, Rohan is unable to make his scheduled loan repayment. One day, Rohan approaches the bank manager, Miss Patel, to retrieve some of the good he deposited, claiming that these are essential for the operation. Now, which of the following actions should Miss Patel take? First, Miss Patel can release the good to Rohan since he has promised to make the repayment soon. Miss Patel must refuses Rohan's request to retrieve the good. Miss Patel can release some good to Rohan if he provided a written commitment to pay the outstanding debt within a week. Any action can be taken. Everyone. Hi, Shripata. Good evening. Okay. So now everyone just tell me the correct answer, and everyone just please like and share the video, guys. Everyone. Okay, so all of you are saying B. Miss Patel must refuse Rohan to retrieve the good. You know that yes, the banker has the property or the banker has the right which is called as the banker's lien. Now, what is a banker lien? You know that banker lien is the right of the banker to. Bank has all the right. Banker has all the right to retain the possession of the goods until the debt of the debtor is fully paid. You know that until the debt of the debtor is completely paid off, the banker must retrieve or must take the possession of that goods. Now, in this case, when Rohan is a debtor of ABC Bank and Rohan is demanding their goods back from the bank manager, the bank manager must refuse, okay, until Rohan clear off his debt. So the correct answer for this question is B. Everyone is correct. Miss Patel must refuse Rohan request to retrieve the clear. Everyone? Yes, nice, good, easy. Next question. Consider the following statement about the joint accounts and choose the correct statement. We have to see these three statements and we have to choose the correct statement here. First, in the absence of any instruction for operating the account, the operation will be by the all account holder jointly. Modification in the account operation should be recorded signed by the majority of the person associated with that joint account. The instruction for operation in the account will stand countermanded in the case of insanity, insolvency, death of any joint account holder. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the joint account holder, everyone. So, as a banker, you must know this very easy question, very simple. Just read out the question carefully and then you can just answer it, everyone. Everyone, guys, please answer this question. Read out the question completely and then answer this question. Consider the statement about the joint account and choose the correct statement here. Everyone. So now, Ruchi is saying first is the correct answer, first and third. Vamsi is saying A. Karthik is also saying A. Hema is saying A. Sarth is saying A. Kiran is also saying A. Consider the following statement about the joint accounts and choose the correct statement here. We have to choose the correct statement here. Okay. Now, first statement. In the absence of any instruction for operating the account, the operation will be by the all account holder jointly. Yes, it is the correct statement. Modification in account operation should be on record signed by majority of the person associated with that account holder. Majority, no, it should be signed by all the account holders. Okay, if there is any modification in any of the account operation in the joint account, that should be signed by all the joint account holders. So yes, second is wrong. Third, the instruction for the operation in the account will stand countermanded in the case of insanity, insolvency, or death. Yes, this is the correct statement. So first and third is the correct are the correct statement, and second is the wrong statement. Yes. No, all are not correct. Modification should be signed by all the account holder jointly, right? So obviously A is the correct statement. Second is the wrong statement. Right, everyone? Okay. Hema, how are you? Are, are you fine? Okay. Are you fine to attend the class? If you are not fine to attend the class, just please relax, give priority to your health. Okay, so this exam will be You can just do it later also, right? So please just in this time you have to give priority to your health, okay, everyone. Next, Amar Tools Private Limited, it bank or approaches its bank to issue a guarantee in favor of the machinery supplier, okay. As per the agreement, company will pay for the machinery in three equal installment over 9 months. The supplier want and assurance for the bank in case Amar Tools fail to make the payment. The bank will pay the remaining dues. Now, which of these guarantee is the bank being asked to issue in this case? Very easy question. Just read out the question carefully and then you have to answer that according to this question, which type of guarantee the bank has provided in this case. It is financial performance, deferred payment, or the composite guarantee. Everyone, please answer this question. Guys, everyone, please answer this question. This is a very easy question. You can all answer this question. Very easy question. Okay, so now you are all saying deferred payment guarantee. So there are these type of guarantee, these three type of guarantee. Financial performance and deferred payment guarantee. Financial guarantee is a simple type of guarantee which is given on the behalf of debtor to the creditor by the bank, that if debtor fails to make the payment, then bank is responsible for paying off the complete payment. That is called as the financial guarantee, right? Performance guarantee. Performance guarantee is given by the bank for the completion of certain task within the time period. Like for example, I have received a construction work from a particular agency and I have to complete that project within 3 months. Now that particular agency want a performance guarantee on my behalf. It means that if, for example, I am unable to finish that project within 3 months, then on my behalf, my bank will be responsible for paying off some compensation to that agency just because I haven't performed on time. That is called as performance guarantee. Deferred payment guarantee. What is a deferred payment system? When you haven't to pay for a asset in a lump sum payment, instead of the one go payment, you just distributed the payment into equal installment, which is spread over the period of time. Right now, if you miss out any of the installment, then on behalf of you, your bank is responsible for making the payment of that installment. That is called as deferred payment guarantee. Now, in this condition, we know that three equal installments are which is paid over a period of 9 months. Now, in this case, obviously, the bank has given the deferred payment guarantee. Clear? So, yes, C is the correct answer. Done, everyone? Yes, C is the correct answer. So, yes, Shirish, I have explained what is a deferred payment guarantee. If you have any doubt, again, just please ask. If you have any doubt, you are free to ask your doubt. Everyone, just please at least like and share the video, guys. Whoever is watching this session, please like and share the video. Any doubt, Shirish? Got the concept of the deferred payment guarantee, yes or no? Okay, none. Okay, your branch maintain a saving bank account of Mr. Mohit, who is an illiterate person. Okay, why deferred? Because in this case, the company will pay for the machinery for three equal installment over a period of 9 months. This is the deferred payment concept. Now, in this case, the supplier want an assurance that in case Amar miss out any payment, bank will pay the installment. So this is a deferred payment guarantee. Very simple. Okay, done. No, there is no composite guarantee. I've just written it for the option D. I have just written it as an option D. There are three type of guarantee: financial, performance, and deferred payment guarantee. Okay, okay, nice. Now, Your branch maintain a saving bank account for Mr. Mohit, who is an illiterate person who want to go abroad for some time. He want to authorize his wife to operate the account. Which of the following will be the most convenient and easy way to achieve this objective? Power of attorney duly registered with the registrar of assurance, adding the name of the wife to the account and making the operation either or survivor basis, authorizing the bank through a simple letter called a mandate, making wife his nominee in his account, or any of the above can be treated for this. Everyone, very simple question. Just read out the question and you have to choose the best method here. The best method here, everyone. You have to choose the best method here, everyone. You have to choose the best method here. Now, Sarth, Kiran, Hema, they are saying C. Piali, Krish, B. Mandate. Adding the name of the wife to the account and making the operation either or the survivor basis. When we are talking about this condition, the most appropriate answer, I am asking you which is the most convenient and easy way to achieve the objective. Yes, by power of attorney, by adding the name of the wife, by mandate, by making nominee. Making nominee is the different case, but by A, B, and C, you can give the authority to your wife. Yes, but which is most convenient way, I am asking. What is the most convenient way? Convenient way is to just give a simple letter to the bank, which is called as mandate, that okay, on my behalf, in my absence, my wife will be operating the account. Why not power of attorney? Because power of attorney is a stamped agreement. You have to take the stamp of there. While authorizing your wife or in your absence, your account operation, this can be given through a very simple mandate, right? Through a very simple letter which you have to issue to the branch manager. So C is the most convenient answer. C is the most convenient way to achieve this objective. So obviously C is the correct answer here. Okay, done. Yes, it can be either of survivor. It can't be either of survivor, right? Obviously, it can't be that. Okay, done. Clear? Now, next question. Sleeping partner of the firm issues a stop payment instruction. In this case, there is a sleeping partner. Okay, just focus on this word. There is a sleeping partner of the firm issues a stop payment instruction. Now, in this case, we cannot comply with this request as he is not competent to issue and stop payment of the check. We must comply with this order. We cannot act upon his instruction provided that one of the operating partners should join him. We should not allow any further operation till the matter is sorted out. Everyone, please answer this question. Please answer this question. Very simple question. We have to answer this question, everyone. Please, everyone, just please like and share the video, guys, what you are doing. Everyone, at least like and share the video. Sleeping partner of a firm issues the stop payment instruction. In this case, what we have to do? Now, Sarth is saying B. Ruchi, Kiran, Krish, Vinod, Sharmila. They are saying A. And everyone else, please answer this question. I want answer from each and everyone. A sleeping partner. I want answer from each and every one of you. A sleeping partner of a firm issues a stop payment instruction. Now, in this case, what we have to do? So, what we have to do? Okay, so the correct answer is we should comply with his order. Either there is a sleeping partner or an active partner. Partner is a partner. And if a partner in a firm issues the stop payment check or stop payment instruction, we should comply with his order. The very simple thing, we have to abide by this order. Okay, we should not allow any further operation till the matter is sorted out. That is not the case. If the sleeping partner says that you have to stop payment for this particular check, we have to just follow that complete order. Okay, we cannot stop all the operations in the account just because there is a stop payment instruction. No. Okay, and whether it is a sleeping partner, he is a sleeping partner or an active partner. Okay, an order of a partner should be complied by the bank. Okay, why I have told you that you have to focus on this word, just to confuse you, and you are all confused. Okay, and you are all confused. But remember, there is no such thing that sleeping partners or the active partner. Partner is a partner. Okay, and we must comply by the order. Okay, sleeping partner is that partner which are not active in the management participation, but he is considered as the partner, right? There are some active partner who actively participate in the management. There are sleeping partner who doesn't actively participate in the management. Okay, obviously their shares of profit is low, but they are partner. Okay, so if they given any instruction, we have to comply with this order. Okay, then next question. What is the best definition of ethical dilemma? What is the best definition of ethical dilemma? A situation where you must choose between two options, both which have the ethical implication. A scenario where laws are broken but no moral conflict exists. A choice made that solely benefit oneself without considering other. An easy decision that require no moral consideration. What is a ethical dilemma? So in today's morning class, we have discussed the ethical dilemma. We have already discussed the ethical dilemma in the morning session. So remember, what is an ethical dilemma? Everyone, please answer this question. So ethical dilemma is actually choosing between two rights. I have given you a very good example, that assume you are a bank manager, right? Just a second. Just a second, guys. Okay. So, ethical dilemma is what? Ethical dilemma is actually choosing between two rights. Okay. When there are rights and we have to choose that which is more right than the other, then it is called as the ethical dilemma. Right? Now, let's talk about the ethical dilemma. Okay. In ethical dilemma, when we are talking about the example, I have just given you a very good example in the morning session, that assume you are a bank manager and old customers come and request the early withdrawal of an FD before the maturity because she faces a medical emergency and need money for her husband's operation. Now there is a dilemma. Okay, for you there is a dilemma. Means first right is what? You have to follow the bank rule. Early withdrawal is not allowed without any penalty, you know that. And the right two is you should be compassionate towards your customer. You can help a customer in waiving off the penalty. That also is in the hand of the bank manager. Now there are clash between these two rights. Means either you have to follow the rule to ensure fairness and discipline in the banking system, or you should be compassionate, and you should uphold human values, and this is for the goodwill of the bank. Now there are two rights. When there are clash between two rights, then it is called as the ethical dilemma. So there is a situation where you must choose between two options, and both should be, or both should have an ethical implication. Both should have an ethical implication. Clear? So the correct answer for this question is what? A is the correct answer. Clear? Done. Example clear, everyone? Yes or no? Example is clear, yes or no? Now, next question. You are a compliance officer at ABC Bank. Okay. For the month of March, you are reviewing transaction to ensure the Financial Intelligence Unit India report, which should be filled accurately. Okay. Review the case below. Case 1. A customer made three separate cash withdrawal from his account. 3 lakh, 4 lakh and 3.5 lakh all within March. One of the branches reported a cross-border transfer of 5.2 lakh from an Indian exporter to a buyer in Singapore. A registered charitable trust NPO received the following donations: 6 lakh from domestic, 3 lakh from a corporate, 1.8 lakh from a foreign donor, and two counterfeit notes are detected. So, which reports should be sent to Financial Intelligence Unit India? Which report should be sent to Financial Unit India? Everyone, please answer this question. Now, you are saying B. Some of you are saying B. CTR, CBWTR, and CCR. Okay. Krish is saying C. Everyone just read out the question carefully and then you have to answer which of the following reports should be sent to Financial Intelligence Unit India. Which of the following report? Okay. Okay. First of all, when we are talking about the customer made three separate cash withdrawals. So this is a CTR transaction. CTR transaction should be, if over and above 10 lakh, you have to report it, right? So there is a customer, single customer over and above 10 lakh. So 3 plus 4 plus 10, 3.5, it is actually 10.5. Yes, this report need to be sent because there is a single customer, right? Now, branches have a 5.2 lakh. Okay, so in the case of cross border wire transfer more than 5 lakh, the report should be sent to Financial Intelligence Unit India. So yes, this report should be sent. Now, case 3, there is a charitable trust. Now they receive three different donation from three different donor: 6 lakh, 3 lakh and 1.8 lakh, right? All together is 10.8 lakh, right? But all are from separate source and none individually exceed 10 lakh, and that's why this report shouldn't be sent to FIU India. Two counterfeit note, yes, this need to be sent. So 1, 2 and 4 means the transactions CTR, CBWTR and CCR. This report need to be sent to Financial Intelligence Unit India on 15th of that month. Clear? Now these are the transactions report that you have to remember. So if there is a cash transaction of 10 lakh or more or series of the transaction, the report need to be sent to Financial Intelligence Unit India. Cross-border wire transfer report of over and above 5 lakh need to be sent. Non-profit organization of more than 10 lakh or equivalent need to be sent to FIU India. Counterfeit currency report, all notes should be sent to Financial Unit India, right? Limit 10 lakhs also come under CTR, ma'am. Yes, 10 lakhs also come. 10 lakh or more. Okay, so even if it is 10 lakh or more, then it is to be sent. Okay, so yes, so the correct answer is B. Okay, any doubt in this question, guys? If you have, please ask. Everyone, can we move to the next question? Can we move to the next question, guys? Okay, next. Know Your Customer is a platform on which the banking system operate to avoid the pitfall of which type of risk? Operational, legal, reputational, or all of the above? Very simple, very easy question. Please answer this question. Know Your Customer, KYC, is the platform on which the banking system operate to avoid the pitfall of dash. Which type of risk? Know Your Customer is actually to avoid which type of risk? Yes, all of the above is the correct answer. So KYC is actually for the protection against operational. For the protection against legal, for the protection against reputational risk. Right. So D is the correct answer, everyone. Good. D is the correct answer. Good. Now next question. The ombudsman may reject the complaint at any stage if, in his opinion, there is no deficiency in the service, the compensation sought for the consequential loss is beyond the power of ombudsman, the complaint is without any sufficient cause, the complaint valuation exceed 20 lakh, you have to choose the incorrect statement here. So there are four options. Everyone, yes, please answer this question, guys. Everyone. Everyone, please answer this question. Read out the question carefully and then answer. Read out the question carefully and then answer. Read out the question carefully and then you have to answer. Okay, Kiran Sharmila, time for fun. Okay, Hema, Karthik, you are all saying C. Okay, Ruchi is saying D. Again, read out the question and then answer. Again, read out the question and then answer. Come on, everyone. Again, just read out the question and then answer. Read out the question, everyone, and then answer. Okay. A ombudsman may reject a complaint if, in his opinion, there is no deficiency of services. Yes. The compensation sought for the consequential loss is beyond the power of ombudsman. Yes. The complaint is without any sufficient cause. Yes. The complaint valuation exceed 20 lakhs. No. There is no limit for the value of complaints to the ombudsman. Yes, there are limits for the reward. The reward cannot be more than 20 lakhs. Okay. And in case of mental anguish or there is any time loss of time, then it can be maximum of 1 lakh, but there is no limit on the valuation of the complaint, right? So D is the incorrect one. We have to choose the incorrect statement. All of you bankers, we have to choose the incorrect statement. So yes, only Ruchi is right here. D is the correct answer. Only Ruchi is right here. D is the correct answer. Clear? Yes, only Ruchi is right here. D is the correct answer. Done? Done, guys? Okay, done. Now, next question. Now, read out the question and then you have to answer. Okay? Ravi want to secure a loan of $50,000 to expand his small business. He has two options for the collateral: his house, which is fully paid off, and his inventory of good worth rupees 50,000. Okay. If Ravi chooses to hypothecate his inventory instead of mortgaging his house, which of the following statement is true regarding the implication of his choice? He retained the ownership of the inventory but risk losing if he defaults on the loan. He loses the ownership of the house immediately upon obtaining the loan. He can only hypothecate the inventory if he has other collateral. The bank will take the possession of his house until the loan is paid off. Everyone, please answer this question. Read out again. Just read out the again options carefully, carefully. Just see the concept which is used in this question and then you have to answer. Everyone. Everyone. Carefully. Carefully read out the question and then answer. Carefully read out the question and then answer. Okay. Kiran B, Krish B, Piali A, Karthik A, and everyone else. And everyone else. Just answer this question, guys. Read out again. Take your time. Answer this question. Read out again. Take your time and answer this question. B, B. Now, maximum of you is saying B, are saying B. Okay, some of you saying A. Okay, now let's just explore the options. Okay, if Ravi chooses to hypothecate his inventory instead of mortgaging his house, mortgaging is not done. Ravi chooses to hypothecate his inventory. So, house option is already wrong because there is nothing we have to do with the house. So, house option here is not the answer. He loses the ownership of the house immediately. Why? Because he hasn't choose to mortgage the house. And if you are choosing to mortgage the house also, in mortgaging, two type of mortgagings are there, right? In one you have to transfer the possession, in one you don't have to transfer the possession. So B and D cannot be the answer in any case. Why? Because Ravi chooses to hypothecate his inventory. Guys, he hasn't choose to mortgage his house. So the bank has nothing to do with the house, first of all, right? Now let's talk about the hypothecation of the inventory. When we are talking about the hypothecation, it is related to the movable asset. Yes, so he can hypothecate his inventory. Second thing, when we are hypothecating anything, we don't have to transfer the possession. Okay, so Ravi retained the ownership of the inventory but risk losing it if he defaults on the loan. Obviously, is the correct answer. A is the correct answer. He can only hypothecate the inventory if he has other collateral, cannot be the answer. This cannot be the answer. So A is the most obvious answer. Why? Why? See, Ravi chooses to hypothecate the inventory. Why he need to have other collateral? There is no condition like that in the bank. So, first of all, hypothecation, he should retain the ownership of the inventory. Obviously, he retained the ownership of the inventory. He hasn't transferred the ownership to the bank. But yes, he risks losing it if the default happens. Okay, so the correct answer is A. In hypothecation, remember, you don't have to transfer the possession to the bank. You don't have to transfer the possession to the bank, but you can just risk losing it if you default on the loan. So A is the correct answer. Done. Any doubt in this question? Yes or no? Any doubt in this question? Yes or no, guys? Everyone. Any doubt? Can we move to the next question? Everyone. Can we move to the next question, everyone? Okay, next. In a bank, employees' working hours should commence 15 minutes before the business hour. This was recommended by Talwar Committee, YV Reddy Committee, Gopuria Committee, Jilani Committee, or none of the above. Everyone, simple. A committee based question, important for you all. Hypothecate also, he can use his goods. Yes, hypothecation also, he can use his. That is the thing he was doing, right? Karthik is saying E. Karthik is saying that, ma'am, none of the above. Yes, I don't know this answer, so I'm raising none of the above. In bank, employee working hours should commence 15 minutes before the business hours was recommended by Gopuria committee. C is the correct answer, everyone. Gopuria Committee, it was recommended by Gopuria Committee, right? Gopuria Committee was set up in 1990 by Reserve Bank of India. Done? Clear? Okay. Next question. We have to choose the correct statement here. The bank is a bailee, customer is a bailer. The bank is a bailer, customer is a bailee. Both are correct. One is correct, two is correct. Neither one nor two. Very simple question, very easy question. You have to answer this question, everyone. You have to answer this question. Very simple, very easy question. Please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. B, C, A, or D? C, B, only two correct, only A correct. Bank is a bailee, customer is a bailer. Bank is a bailer, customer is a bailee. So, bailee, bailer concept. Remember these two concepts, bailee, bailer, lessee, lesser. These two concepts. Remember these two concepts. Bailee, bailer, lessee, lesser. First of all. Bailee, bailer. When in a bank customer relationship, when a customer is depositing some valuables to the bank for the safety and security of that particular assets, like for example a customer is depositing shares, property, papers to the bank for the safety and security of that. Now in this case the customer is acting as a bailer and bank is acting as a bailee which is responsible for taking care of that good. Okay, vice versa is not true. Okay, in lesser lessee, when a bank is giving safe deposit locker to customer for the safety and security of their valuables, now in this case the bank is giving, so bank is called as the lessor and customer is called as lessee. Vice versa, in both the situations are not true. So bank is a bailee always, customer is a bailer. Bank is a bailer, customer is a bailee, not true. Only the first statement is correct. Clear? Done? Any doubt in this question? Lesser lessee, vice versa is not true. Vice versa is not true in any of the cases. Okay? Done? Can we move to the next question? Everyone, can we move to the next question? Okay. During a routine audit at the bank, okay, now just see the question carefully. During a routine audit at the bank, the auditor uncovered several situations that could lead to the conflict of interest. If the bank manager frequently dines with a particular client who has significant loans, which of the following additional scenario could also indicate a potential conflict of interest within the bank? The manager grants the client favorable loan without the proper documentation. An employee secretly borrows money from a client and fails to report it. To employ collude to manipulate sales figure for personal bonuses. All of the above, the situations indicate a conflict of interest. Everyone. All of the above indicates a conflict of interest. Every, please answer this question. What is a conflict of interest? First of all, just tell me what is a conflict of interest. Now, that I already explained in the morning session. What is a conflict of interest? Conflict of interest is actually when you are deriving some personal benefit from your official capacity. That is called as the conflict of interest. Okay? Like, for example, there is a bank manager who is responsible for approving the loan application. Now, if his brother applies for a loan in the same bank, now the manager may be tempted to approve the loan quickly and overlook the deficiencies because he is his brother, right? So here the conflict of interest arise means the manager is deriving personal benefit from a decision which is made from the official capacity, which compromise the fairness in this condition. That is the conflict of interest, right? That is the conflict of interest. Now judge all the situations. A manager grant client favorable loan without proper documentation. Yes, this is a conflict of interest. An employee secretly borrow money from a client and fails to report it. Conflict of interest. Two employee collude to manipulate sales figure from personal for personal bonuses. Yes, this is a conflict of interest. So D, all of the above is the correct answer here. All of the above situation is actually an example of the conflict of interest, right? On all the above situation, there is a particular official position which they are actually deriving their personal benefits, right? Now now next conditions. There is a situation where there is a situation B, we have to choose. Okay, we have to choose here. Check. Now, here see. Check dishonored after bank set off customers' balance against overdue loan. Payment refused because balance was under the attachment from income tax department. Bank refuses to honor a check although no stop payment, no death, no earmarking, clear balance available. Bank dishonored the check because the fund was uncleared credit, not realized rent. Now, bank was not liable for dishonor. Bank not liable. Statutory priority applies. Bank liable for dishonor. Bank not liable as the fund not properly applicable. Everyone, please answer this question. Choose and correct. Answer this question. Everyone, just please answer this question, guys. Simple question. Just you have to read, match the following, and then you have to answer. Everyone. But the manager dines with a client with a significant loan in this scenario. Only A could be the most appropriate answer. Okay, yes. Okay, the A, yes. Sorry, yes. Okay, all of the above are the conflict of interest. Yes, these are all the situations of the conflict of interest. But which is actually indicating most appropriately with this question is A. Okay, that is thing. But which of the following additional scenario could also indicate a potential conflict of interest within a bank? Now here, Karthik, just see, the question is asking additional scenarios which could indicate a potential conflict of interest within a bank. The question is not asking that according to this, which is the conflict of interest. The question is asking which of the following have the potential of acting as a conflict of interest in the bank. So the question is asking in general. The situation is given just to add on the confusion, like you are confusing me. D is the correct answer. D is the correct answer. D is the correct answer because we have to choose the additional scenarios that could also indicate a potential conflict of interest within a bank. All of the above is the correct answer. Okay, Karthik? Yes, if it is asked that okay, from this particular situation, what could be the connected conflict of interest, then A can be the answer. But D is the correct answer. Okay, done. Now see, you have to answer this question here. Ruchi is saying B. Everyone, please answer this question. Why you are not answering this question? Everyone, just please like and share the video, guys. Whoever is watching this session, just like and share the video, guys. Kavita is saying B. Okay. First, check dishonored after bank set off customer's balance against the overdue loan. Okay. So check dishonored because the bank set off the balance with the overdue loan. So yes, obviously that is legally right. Bank has this right. You remember, bank has the right to set off. Bank has used this right to set off. So bank is not liable for any type of dishonor. Bank is not liable for any type of dishonor. Okay. Now, payment refused. Payment refused because balance was under attachment from income tax department. Okay. Now here, income tax or GST attachments have the priority. Okay. So again, there is no liability of the bank. Okay. These are in priority. Okay. So if the payment is refused because the balance was attached because of the income tax department, statutory priority applies. These are given priorities, attachment order. Okay, these are always given the priority. Garnishee order always given priority for the bank. And if because the balance is locked up because of the attachments and because of the garnishee order, and because of this the payment is refused, bank is not liable. So obviously be second. Okay. Now bank refuses to honor a check although no stop, no death, no ear making, and clear balance available. Bank is liable for the dishonor clearly. Bank is liable for the compensation and dishonor. Bank dishonor check because the fund was uncleared credit. So obviously bank is not liable because the fund is not properly available. So the correct answer is A1, B2, C3, D4. D is the correct answer. Everyone. Any doubt in this question? Any doubt in this question? Please ask. If you have any doubt in this question, please ask. Everyone. Any doubt in this question, you are free to ask your doubt. Guys, any doubt in this question, you are free to ask your doubt, everyone. Done? Can we move to the next question? Okay, okay. So next question is, ABC Bank sanctioned a 8 lakh term loan, okay, to XYZ trader, a small enterprise eligible under the CGTMSE scheme, Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises. After 16 months of the regular repayment, the borrower defaulted. The loan classified as NPA on 15th March 2024, and a loan recall notice was issued in April 2024. Read out the dates, okay? ABC Bank initiated recovery proceeding in May 2024 but invoked the guarantee with CGTMSE only in September 2027. Now the claim was found complete and in order. As per the guidelines, how will the trust likely to respond this claim? Everyone, you have to answer this question. Now I'm just switching off the camera. Very good question. You just have to answer this question. Everyone, just read out carefully. Read out carefully the question and then answer. Everyone, please answer this question. Okay. Karthik is saying A, and everyone else. Karthik is saying A, and everyone else. The question is very good. Now you have to just choose and answer that which of the following can be correct in this case. Okay. Everyone. So Karthik is saying A, and everyone else? A very good question, everyone. Just read out and then answer. Okay. None of the above. So you are all not answering this question. Everyone just read out the dates. So ABC Bank sanctioned 8 lakh term loan to XYZ trader, which is a small enterprises, right? 16th month they have paid regularly. Now the borrower default. The loan is the account is classified as NPA on 15th March 2024. The date is 2024. Now, recall notice was issued in April, just 1 month after. Okay. Now, ABC Bank initiated the proceedings in May 2024 and invoked the guarantee in September 2027. Okay. Now, the claim was found complete and in order. So, how the trust likely to respond in this case? So remember, first of all, I am just giving you the explanation before answering this question. When we are talking about the claims under the CGTMSE, the claim was invoked in this condition after 3 years from the NP date, which is exceeding the permissible window because the credit guarantee fund trust for micro and small enterprises allows invocation within 3 years from the NPA classification. So the actually when we are talking about the invocation in this case CGTMSE, it is allowed within 3 years of the date of NPA, right? The date of declaration of the NPA is what? The date of the declaration of the NPA is March 2024. So, so the invocation can be done within March 2027. So this is the maximum limit. You have to claim within March 2027. Now that bank actually invoked the guarantee in September 2027, which is actually beyond the permissible limit, not allowed, because you have the time till March 2027. You have to file an invocation within that from the guarantee trust. So now in this case the trust actually reject the claim as it was invoked beyond the permissible limit. So A is the correct answer. So, if the question can be asked in a very simple way, that in how many years from the date of NPA you can just invoke the guarantee from CGT MSE if borrower defaults. So, this is 3 years. Now, in this case, they exceed the maximum permissible limit and they are invoking the guarantee in September 2027, which is again the wrong thing. So, the trust can reject the complaint. Clear? Any doubt in this question? So here you can just see the claims under the CGT MSE. Always remember, first of all, the guarantee can be invoked within 3 years from the NPA date or the lock-in period, whichever is later. First thing, okay? Now, if you have done within 3 years, then the trust shall pay 75% of the guaranteed amount within 30 days. Means if you have invoked the guarantee within the time limit, then how the trust responds? The trust will pay 75% of the guarantee amount within 30 days if the claim is otherwise found in order and complete, right? The balance 25% will be paid on the conclusion of the recovery proceeding till the decree get time paid, right? So this will be done if it is claimed in time, right? In this condition, it is not claimed in time. Okay, so C can be the option if it will be done within March 2027. But now A is the correct answer. Everyone, any doubt in this question? If you have any doubt, please ask everyone. Any doubt? See, if you don't have any doubt, you have to give me a thumbs up. Everyone. If you don't have any doubt, you have to give me a thumbs up. So today is a bank holiday. Today there was bank holiday, yes or no? Is today your bank holiday in any state, in anywhere? Today is your bank holiday. No. Okay, done. Now can we move to the next question? Easy, simple, remember this, okay? Okay, done. Okay. Now, next question. A sleeping partner of the firm issues a stop payment instruction, okay? In this case, okay, this was actually the repeated question, right? This is the repeated question. Quickly answer this question. This is a repeated question. I have already given you the answer. Just quickly give me the answer. Just quickly give me the answer. This is the repeated question. Quickly give me the answer. Sleeping partner of a firm issues a stop payment instruction. Yes, we must comply with his order. Okay, now, now read out the question carefully. Which of the following correctly matches the type of endorsement with its description? Okay, endorsement in blank, transfer right to a specific purpose with attestation of previous endorsement. Endorsement in full, mere signature without naming any endorsee, make the instrument bearer. Restrictive endorsement, endorsement that limit further negotiation, example pay to X only. Facultative endorsement, condition is attached payment only if a certain event happen. You have to choose the correct option here. You have to choose the correct option here. Everyone, we have to choose the correct option here. Read out the question. It is regarding the endorsement. We have to choose the correct option here. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following correctly matches with the type of endorsement? C and D are correct. Okay. Which is the correct answer? C, 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 C. Okay. Now A. Endorsement in blank. Transfer the right to a specific purpose with attestation of the previous endorsement. Wrong. Endorsement in blank means you haven't give anything. Okay. So this is the description. This is actually a description of endorsement in full. This is the description of endorsement in full. Mere signature without naming an endorsement. This is actually the description of endorsement in blank. So first and second is wrong. Blank means you have done only the signature. No instruction is given, right? In full means you have given the instruction, the name plus the signature. That is the full endorsement. Now, restrictive means you are limiting the further negotiation. Like I am saying that you have to pay this to X only. Now it cannot be further endorsed to anyone else. Yes, this is the correct one. Facultative endorsement. Condition is attached means payment only if certain event happen. This statement is the conditional endorsement. Conditional endorsement says that you have to make the payment if this condition happens. Facultative endorsement waive notice of dishonor. Facultative means we are waiving off the notice of dishonor. Okay, when there is a notice of dishonor, it waives the notice of dishonor. That is the facultative endorsement. So, facultative endorsement, that option is wrong here. The description is conditional endorsement. So, fourth is also wrong. Third is correct. Only C is correct here. Only C is correct here. B is the correct answer, guys. Only C is correct here. Everyone. Any doubt? Thank you, Krishna. Facultative, facultative endorsement. You understand what is a facultative endorsement? It is a type of endorsement where you are transferring without the liabilities of the endorser. Means, for example, see, I'm just giving you a simple example. There is a person A who does endorse check in name of B. Now, if this endorsement is without recourse, if this endorsement is without recourse, means in case the original account holder fails to make the payment to B, now in this case B cannot demand payment from A. Means if the payment is done, if the endorsement is done without recourse, right? So if A gives the person a check to person B and B endorse it to C without recourse, it means that if the default happened, C cannot collect the payment from the endorsee. Right? That is the facultative endorsement. Okay? Done? Clear? Can we move to the next question, guys? Everyone, at least just please like and share the video, guys. So if you are enjoying the question, at least just please like the video, whoever is watching this session, and please share the video in your groups, to your friends, to your bankers, and everyone who are giving the exams. Okay, next question. Now, just read out the next question, everyone. Okay. Neo FinTech is a digital platform help the customer get some small personal loans instantly through a mobile phone, uses AI algorithm to evaluate credit worthiness and connect borrower to various lending institution. Neo FinTech does not use its own fund to lend and does not carry any loan off its balance sheet. Instead, once a loan is approved, it is passed to the partner NBFC or a bank, which disperse the amount and bear the credit risk. Meanwhile, Safe Bank, this is a traditional lender, offers personal loan via mobile app using its own capital and maintain those loan in its balance sheet. Which of the following classification is most accurate here? Neo FinTech is a balance sheet lender, Safe Bank is a marketplace lender. Both are lending service provider, but Neo FinTech bear credit risk. Neo FinTech is a marketplace lender and Safe Bank is a balance sheet lender. Safe Bank act as a marketplace aggregator. Neo FinTech act as a P2P, peer-to-peer lender bearing credit risk. Very good question. It is regarding the two major concepts which I have already explained to you in the class. Everyone, now please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Please answer this question. You have to answer this question, everyone. Read out carefully the question. Read out carefully the question. Evaluate the options and then try to answer. Karthik, Krishna, they both are saying C. Okay. Features I have already given. Two digital platforms are there. Neo FinTech and Safe Bank, which is a traditional lender. Everyone. Everyone. The correct answer is what? Everyone, you can all answer this question, guys. You can all answer this question. Easy question. You can all answer this question. I want answer from each and every one of you. Guys, this is the practice session for you all, not for me. I don't have to give exam, right? This is for you all. Just tell me the correct answer. This is for you all. Just tell me the correct answer. Okay, so the correct answer is what? First of all, see, Neo FinTech. Neo FinTech does not use its own fund. Only this line is important. Neo FinTech does not use its own fund and does not carry any loan on its balance sheet. So they are the marketplace lender because they don't lend from its own balance sheet. Okay, they cannot carry risk in its own balance sheet, so they are the marketplace lender. Whereas Safe Bank, they lend from its own balance sheet, so they are the balance sheet lender, PSL. So Neo FinTech is a MPL and Safe Bank is a balance sheet lender. C is the correct answer when we are talking about the details of this. See, digital lending ecosystem, when we are talking about, there are two type of lender: balance sheet lending and marketplace lending. Now what is the difference between these two? Okay, now the difference between BSL and MPL lies where the lending capital comes from, right? Balance sheet lenders are in the business of lending who carry the credit risk in their own balance sheet. They provide loan from their own assets and they carry the risk on its own. Whereas marketplace lenders are the marketplace aggregators who essentially perform the role of just matching the lender with the borrower without any intention to carry out the loan in their own balance sheet, right? So they just act as a aggregator, intermediary who just meet the need of lender and the borrower without lending from their own balance sheet. Okay, so they just act as an intermediary, the marketplace lender. Whereas the balance sheet lender, they are lending from their own assets, from their own balance sheet. Clear, everyone? If you have any doubt in the MPL and BSL, you are allowed to ask. Everyone. Any doubt in this? If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask your doubt, or just please give me a thumbs up if you just got all the important things. Okay, anything, any doubt, anything, everyone, just please ask. Ma'am, please explain option B. Okay, now let's see what is the option B. Option B is saying that both Neo FinTech and Safe Bank are lending service provider, but only Neo FinTech bear the credit risk. Neo FinTech doesn't bear the credit risk. Neo FinTech actually just acting as an intermediary between the lender and the borrower. It is the Safe Bank who is actually bearing the risk. Okay, that's why B is wrong. They are the lending service provider, but Neo FinTech doesn't bear the credit risk. It just facilitates, right? Okay, so for example, if I am a, for example, I am a marketplace lender, so I am just acting as an intermediary who just try to match lender with the borrower. I have nothing to do with it. I'm not lending from my own pocket. Okay, but if I am a BSL, I am lending to you from my own pocket. Means if you default, I have to bear the responsibility. I have to bear the loss. That is the balance sheet lender. Okay, done. Now, next question. In the context of cybersecurity, which of the following scenarios best exemplifies the role of threat actor in a cyberplace? A hacker breaking into a corporate network to steal sensitive data for personal gain, an IT administrator implementing security measure to protect against potential breach, a company conducting a routine software update to patch known vulnerabilities, a user clicking on a phishing link without realizing the potential risk involved. Who is a threat actor in a cyberspace? Who best exemplifies the threat actor role in a cyberplace? Everyone. Who is a threat actor in a cyberplace? Where are everyone? Why everyone haven't joined the session? Guys, where are everyone? So this is very sad watching, okay? If I am giving you such questions for your own practice, why all the at least all the capsule batch students must join this session. Where are everyone? What is a threat actor in a cyberspace? Threat actor who can just impose risk, any type of risk. That is the threat actor. So if there is a hacker breaking on into a corporate network to steal sensitive data for the personal gain, yes, it is a threat actor. An IT administrator implementing security measures, no, this is not a threat actor. A company conducting, no. A user, it is a user, no. Threat actor is a person who try to gain some benefit, some who try to fraud you. That is a threat actor. So hacker is a threat actor, right? Not B, not C, not D. Okay, done everyone? Clear? Everyone, yes or no? Next question. The bank has total advance of 1000 crore investment in the statutory liquidity ratio requirement worth rupees 250 crore and bill rate discounting with RBI of 150 crore. Calculate the adjusted net bank credit as per the RBI guideline for the priority sector lending. Everyone, please answer this question. Simple question. You can all answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. The correct answer is what? Simple. Adjusted net bank credit. What is the formula of adjusted net bank credit, everyone? It is total bank credit minus investment in SLR plus bills rediscounted. Okay, so total bank credit is 1000 minus investment in SLR is 250 plus bill is 150. So this is 1000 minus 400. So answer is 600 crore. Yes, A is the correct answer. Done, everyone. A is the correct answer. Good. A is the correct answer. Yes. Everyone. Correct. Next question. Which of the following statement is true about Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana? Which of the following statement is true regarding Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana? The scheme provide a life insurance cover of 30,000 for the account holder with the RuPay debit card. The scheme provide accidental insurance cover of 1 lakh to account opened after 28/8/2018 with the RuPay card. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Everyone. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Correct statement regarding Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. B, C, D. Now anyone can, you say A also. Everyone is saying B, C, D. Anyone just say A also. Okay. So one can be the correct answer. The scheme provide a life insurance cover of 30,000. Yes. The accidental insurance cover of 1 lakh to the account opened before this date. And if the account opened after this date, then the accidental insurance cover is of 2 lakhs. So second is wrong. So if we have to choose the correct statement, only one is the correct answer here. If we have to choose the correct statement, yes, only one is the correct answer. Done. No, under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana account scheme, you get an accidental insurance cover also. In the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, you will get an accidental insurance cover also and a life insurance cover also. Yes, yes. In addition of a zero balance account, you can get this also, right? Everyone. Now, next question. Just give me a 2 minute break, everyone. Azan is going on. Just 1 minute, everyone, and then we will have this. Meanwhile, just answer this question. Let the Azan complete and then we will continue the class. Okay, so let's start discussing this question. Okay, the question is TReDS is an electronic platform for facilitating the financing, discounting of trade receivables of micro and small enterprises to multiple financiers. These receivable may be due for corporates and other buyers. Okay. Seller, buyer, financer are the participant on a trade platform. Only micro and small enterprises can participate as a seller. We have to choose the correct statement here, everyone. We have to choose the correct statement here. Okay. First of all, the very first statement is wrong because in the very first statement, it is saying that only micro and small enterprises. Actually, this is a platform for the complete MSME, micro, small, and medium enterprises. Seller, buyer, financer, these are the participant. Only micro and small enterprises can participate as a seller. So that is always wrong. Obviously, that is also wrong. Okay. So it is also wrong. We have to choose the correct statement. Only second is the correct answer. But here you don't have any option. So choose the incorrect statement. Choose the incorrect statement. So let the question, I just changed the question. We have to choose the incorrect statement. So first is incorrect, third is incorrect, is the correct answer. Okay. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Okay. Everyone, done? We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Okay. Done, guys? Any doubt in this question? We have to choose the incorrect statement. First and third is the incorrect, are the incorrect, and second is the correct statement. Okay. Can we move to the next question, everyone? Okay. Now, let's just read out this question completely and try to answer, everyone. Okay. Now, Michelle issue a check to his contractor Lisa for renovation work on his house. Lisa endorsed the check to her friend Tom, who present this check at the bank for deposit. However, the check was post dated and the date on the check is 2 weeks in the future. Despite this, Tom's bank processes the check. Okay, and pays out the amount early. Later, Michelle realized that he has intended to stop payment that check due to dissatisfaction of the work done. When he informed the bank, they tell him that they cannot reverse the payment because Tom's bank claimed that they acted in good faith. Which of the following statement is true regarding this? Okay, which of the following is true regarding this? Third point. See, in this particular thing, trade receivables discounting system platform is actually a platform where the micro, small, and medium enterprises all are allowed to discount their bill. So, if you are saying that only micro and small enterprises can participate in seller, that is wrong. Here in first, this is the electronic platform for financing and discounting of trade receivable only for micro and small enterprises. That is wrong, right? You can participate if you are a micro, small, or a medium enterprise, right? And that's why first and third are the wrong statement and second is the correct statement. Okay, everyone. TReDS are for complete MSME, not for only micro and small enterprises, everyone. Okay, now just tell me the correct answer here. Everyone, just tell me the correct answer here. Everyone. Just read out the question carefully, right? So Michelle issue a check to the contractor Lisa, who endorsed his check to Tom. Now Tom present this check to the bank and the bank processes the payment. Instead, the check is actually of post dated and the check date is 2 weeks later. Now Michelle want to stop payment the check. Now in this case, what is the correct scenario? Tom's bank is fully protected because it processed the check regardless the post dated nature. Tom Bank is not protected because the check was post dated, meaning the payment was not done in due course. Michelle Bank is liable to Tom's Bank because it fails to communicate the stop payment effectively. Lastly, Lisa can claim compensation from Tom for the amount since she was the original pay and the check was not honored correctly. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question, guys. Everyone. You have to answer this question, guys. What is the correct answer here, everyone? What is the correct answer here, everyone? You have to tell me the correct answer. What is the correct answer here, everyone? Okay. Okay. Now here, very simple thing. Despite of this much long question, it is a very simple point. Tom Banks is not protected because the check was actually post dated. And if the check is post dated, how can Tom's bank can make the payment before the date? So here the payment is not done in due course. Yes, B is the correct answer. Now just explore all the option. Tom's bank is fully protected because it processed the check regardless of the post dated. No, payment of a post dated check is not a payment in due course, and that's why it's not the answer. Yes, B is the correct answer. Michelle Bank is liable to Tom's Bank. False. Michelle Bank is not liable as they are not as they were actually following the stop payment request. So this is wrong. This is also wrong. So yes, B is the correct answer here, everyone. B is the correct answer here. Very simple question. Despite of this much long question, the answer is very easy. Very easy, very simple thing is used. Why you have to make the payment of post-dated check when the clear instruction is given to the banker that you have to pay in due course. pay in due course, the very first thing is you have to pay with the apparent tenor. Apparent tenor means whatever is written in that check. If the check is written for 2 week later, you have to make payment 2 week later, not before that. Okay, so B is the correct answer here. Simple as that. As simple as that. Okay, now you branch maintain a saving bank account of Mr. Mohit. Okay, so this I already explained, and I already, this is again a repeated question. Just tell me the answer, everyone. Quickly tell me the answer. Quickly tell me the answer. I have already explained. Just quickly tell me the answer. Everyone, just please like the video, guys. Quickly, just tell me the answer. Yes, it by through a simple mandate. Okay, it is by through a simple mandate. What is the difference between power of attorney and a mandate? Mandate is an unstamped agreement. Power of attorney is a stamped agreement. Why B can't be the answer? Because it is, see, we have to choose the most convenient way. We have to choose first of all the most convenient way. The most convenient way is just to give a simple letter to the branch manager that okay, on my behalf my wife is operating the account. You have to do nothing else. Okay, we have to choose the most convenient. See the question, most convenient. Okay, next, intellectual property right allows its creator innovator to use the IP for his or her own benefit and allows the government only to use it, prohibit any third party for the use of such work, anyone else only for non-use prohibited, dilute the credibility and confidence in the business space. Very easy. Intellectual property right. Very easy. Intellectual property right. Very simple question. Intellectual property right, everyone. Very simple question, guys. Intellectual property right. Everyone, please answer this question. Intellectual property right. Intellectual property right allows its creator innovator to use the intellectual property for his or her own benefit and prohibit any third party for the use of such work. B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Everyone, yes, B is the correct answer. Okay, yes, B is the correct answer. Yeah, next question. Emily entrusts her rare collection of books to her friend Jake for safekeeping while she travel. Means it is the case of bailment. Means it is a case of bailment. Jake, while storing the book, decide to lend them to his sister without telling Emily. Unfortunately, some books get damaged while in his sister's possession. Now, which of the following situation is true regarding Jake's liability in this bailment situation? First, Jake is not liable for any such damage because he acted in good faith by lending the book to his sister. Emily can claim damage from Jake if she proves that he intentionally allowed the book to be damaged. Jake is liable for the damage since he exceeded the authority of the bailment by lending the book to someone else. Since the book were damaged while with his sister, so Emily cannot hold Jake responsible under any circumstances. The correct answer is what? Very simple as that. Very simple question. Very simple question. You can just answer this question. It's a very simple question. It's a bailment. Emily entrusts Jake, and Jake lent to his sister. Obviously, if any default happens, if any damage happens, Jake is liable for the compensation to Emily. So Jake is liable for the damage. Very simple as that. Okay, now just tell me in this bailment concept, who is the bailer and who is bailee here? Who is the bailer and who is bailee? Just tell me who is bailer and who is bailee. In this situation, who is Baylor, who is Bailey? Just tell me the name. Who is Baylor, who is Bailey? Everyone. Just tell me the name. Emily entrusts her rare collection of books to his friend Jake. Emily is the bailer, the one who is giving, and Jake is the bailee, the one who is receiving. This is bailer and this is bailee. Clear? Good. Okay, good. Next question now. Which of the following describe the money laundering process? Money laundering process. Placement, layering, integration. Very easy question. Just tell me the correct answer, everyone. Which of the following describe the money laundering process? Everyone. Which of the following describe the money laundering process? Everyone. Yes, it is placement, layering, and integration. Placement means when you are inducing the illegal money into the financial system as if they are generated from the legal source. That is placement. Then you are layering that with some good transaction or transferring that amount into different accounts. Okay, so as to hide the original source of that money. That is layering. And integration when we collected that money together and then that money is utilized for buying some legal property, okay, or some legal work, that is called as integration. So we have placement, layering, and integration. So yes, all of the above is the correct answer. D is the correct answer. Okay. Next, CGTMSE is a financial initiative. It does not apply to which of the following? Very easy question. It does not apply to which of the following? Very easy question. Please answer this question, everyone. It does not apply to which of the following? Answer, everyone. Very easy, very simple question. It does not apply to which of the following? It applies to all of the above. It applies to all of the above. Pakka CGTMSE. CGTMSE, guys. CGTMSE, what is happening to you all, guys? CGTMSE, it is applies to. It does not apply to which of the following? CGTMSE. Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises. The full form is, you are all confused. You are all confused. Okay. TReDS applies to all micro, small, medium enterprises. Okay. When we are talking about CGTMSE, it is Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises, which is not included. Medium, why you are saying it is applies to all of the above? MSE is, it is not applicable to the medium enterprises, right? Only to micro and small enterprises. So why you are all saying D? Why you are all saying D? Okay. Next, choose the correct statement regarding the credit policy of micro, small, and medium enterprises. Credit to MSMEs are part of priority sector lending with a sub target of 10% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. Commercial bank are the most important channels and provide term loan only. Nabard is the principal bank institution for promoting financing and development of MSME sector. We have to choose the correct statement here. We have to choose the correct statement here, everyone. We have to choose the correct statement here, guys. Everyone just choose out the correct statement here. Simple. Everyone. We have to choose the correct statement here. Correct answer is yes. So Kiran is saying A, Karthik is saying D. Krishna, Sharmila, all of you are saying none of the above. Just tell me what is the correct answer. Okay, if I'm saying that, okay, none of the above is the correct answer. What is wrong in the first statement, everyone? Credit to MSME is a part of priority sector lending with a sub-target of 10% of AMBC or COB, whichever is higher for lending to micro enterprises. You have to choose which of the following is the correct statement. What is wrong in the first statement, guys? First of all, just tell me what is wrong in the first statement. What is wrong in the first statement? Yes, Karthik, it is 7.5% sub-target. Yes, good. Now, what is wrong in the second statement? Okay, second is also wrong. What is wrong in the second statement? What is wrong in the second statement? It is not providing term loan only. It is providing you the term loan as well as the working capital loan. Wrong. What is wrong in the third statement? What is wrong in the third statement? Everyone, what is wrong in the third statement? Yes, it is not Nabard. It is actually SIDBI, Small Industrial Development Bank of India. Okay? Yes, it is SIDBI. Good. 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 Next question. We have to choose the correct statement here. We have to choose the correct statement here. The major distinction between a pledge and a lien. You have to just choose which of the following statement is true or false. Just forget this option. Just choose which of the following is true and false. You have to just write this. First is true and false, second is true and false, and third in true and false. All in one line. ओके क्या करो आप लोग सब लोग सिर्फ एक लाइन पर लिखो एक लाइन पर सिर्फ ऑप्शन लिखकर भेजो फर्स्ट ट्रू और फॉल्स कॉमा सेकंड ट्रू और फॉल्स एंड थर्ड ट्रू और फॉल्स कॉमा करके लिखकर भेजो सबके सब in one line what I have told you. Just please listen my instruction carefully. I have told you in one line you have to just uh, complete all. First true and false, second true and false, and third true and false, and then send. Okay, don't just give me all the thing differently. Everyone, answer. Okay, Krishna is saying FFT, false, false, true. Okay, and everyone else. Krishna is saying FFT, and everyone else. Everyone, please answer this question. False, false, true. False, false, true. Right. Okay, okay. Everyone, FFT, false, false, true. The major distinction between a pledge and a lien. A lien, there is power to sell. Whereas in pledge, you have no power to sell. Obviously, false. In a lien, you have no power to sell. In a pledge, you have power to sell. Second, hypothecation is created for the immovable property, obviously false. It is for the movable asset. Okay. In case of pledge, the lender will have the legal possession of the pledged asset and the lender has the right to sell in the case of default. True. FFT. Everyone. Good. Okay. Done. So first and second are false and only third is the correct statement. Okay. Good. Next question now. Bank operate 3,500 ATMs across the country. In the month of March. 120 of its ATM remained cash out for more than 10 hours due to delays in cash replenishment. Additionally, Bank S is also the sponsor of the bank for 200 white label ATM which is operated by Company Y. Of these, 15 are cashed out for more than 10 hours in a month. Company Y cited the vendor's issues at the cause of delay. Based on RBI penalty for the non-replenishment of the ATM, what is the total penalty imposed by RBI and who will bear the responsibility? Very easy question. Who will bear the responsibility? Everyone, just tell me the correct answer. Now just tell me the correct answer. Everyone, now just tell me the correct answer here. Just tell me the correct answer here. Okay. First of all, you know that when there is the bank or any white label ATM. Okay. Cash out and any ATM if it is more than 10 hour in a month attract a penalty of complete 10,000 per ATM. Okay. In case of white label ATM, the penalty is charged to the bank first. Then the bank may recover penalty from the white label ATM operator. Okay. It attracts the 10,000 penalty straight away. It attracts the 10,000 penalty straight away. Okay, simple thing. So here, when we are talking about 120 ATM is cashed out, 120 into 10,000, it is 12 lakh, right? Now, next 15 ATMs are cashed out. So 1 lakh 50,000. The total penalty is 1 lakh, sorry, 13 lakh 15,000, 30 lakh 15,000. And here, in the case of white label ATM, first it is charged from the bank and then the bank can recover it from the company. Why? C is the correct answer. Yes, C is the correct answer. Done, everyone. Okay. Done. Can we move to the next question, guys? Any one of you is going to give the examination in Poonch, J&K. Everyone, you have this particular notice from the IBF. Okay. Due to unavoidable circumstances, the JIB and DF exam, which is scheduled on 10th and 11th May, means your AFM and PPB examination, which are held in Poonch, because you know that there are shelling going on in Poonch, Jammu and Kashmir. Yes, so here there is very disturbed position, Srinagar and everywhere, but especially in Poonch, many small children and were dangerously injured due to that shelling, and because of this the examination is postponed, new date is not given. This is only for Pooch center, right? This is only for this center, nothing else. Okay, everyone, this is only for Pooch center. Okay, done. Next question. A patent provide patent owner with a protection for everyone. Patent provides a patent protection for everyone. Tell me the correct answer. Very simple thing. Tell me the correct answer. A patent provides patent owners with the protection for limited period, unlimited period, 4 hours only, or 4 years only, or none of the above. Patent provide patent owner with the protection of for a limited period of time. It is not for unlimited period of time. It is generally for a limited period of time. Say in general, it is for 20 year in general. Okay. So it is not for 4 year. It is for a limited period of time. Okay. Now, next question. Now, okay, that I have already given you the explanation, the type of endorsement in blank, in full, restrictive, and facultative endorsement. Okay. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. The authority of the agent may be expressed or implied. An authority is said to be implied when it is given by words spoken or written. An authority is said to be expressed when it is inferred from the circumstances of the case. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Everyone, We have to choose the incorrect statement here, guys. Everyone, we have to choose the incorrect statement here. Everyone, please answer this question. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. The authority of the agent may be expressed or implied. The authority is said to be implied when it is given in words or spoken, and expressed when it is inferred from the situation. We have to choose the correct statement here, everyone. Just choose the correct statement here. Yes. We have to choose the incorrect statement, guys. Karthik, we have to choose the incorrect statement. The authority of the agent may be expressed or implied. True. An authority is said to be expressed when it is given in word, and it is said to be implied when it is inferred from the situation. So obviously this is wrong. Wrong is B. Second only is the correct answer. B. B, everyone. B is the correct answer. B, we have to choose the incorrect statement. B is the correct answer. Okay, done. B is the correct answer. Next, a network security system that monitor, control incoming and outgoing network traffic based on a predetermined security rules are called as WAP, repeater, firewalls, or none of the above. Everyone. A network security system that monitor, control incoming and outgoing network traffic based on a predetermined security rules, that is called as what? Very simple question, that is called as what? Yes, firewall. Security system is the firewall, right? So C is the correct answer. Security system is the firewall, a network security system that monitors and control incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rule. These are called as the firewall, right? Now, consider the following statement regarding bailment as per the Indian Contract Act 1872. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the bailment as per the Indian Contract Act 1872. First, bailment involves transfer of the ownership of the goods from bailer to bailee for a specific purpose. The bailee must retain the goods or dispose of them as per the direction of the bailer once the purpose is accomplished. Okay. Third, pledge of the jewelry to a bank is an example of bailment. Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Everyone, we have to choose the correct statement regarding the bailment. Everyone, we have to choose the correct statement regarding the bailment. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the bailment. What you are saying? Okay, statement one. Bailment involves the transfer of ownership of goods from bailee to bailer for a specific purpose. It is not the transfer of ownership, it is only the transfer of possession. It is not the transfer of ownership, it is only the transfer of possession from the bailer to the bailee, right? So, no, first statement is wrong. Okay. Second, the bailee must return the goods as per the conditions. Yes, this is correct. Pledge of a jewelry to a bank is an example of bailment. Yes, you can say that this is a special kind of bailment. So if we choose the correct option, yes, second and third, yes, B is the correct answer. Everyone, B is the correct answer, guys. Clear? B is the correct answer. Only second and third is the correct statement, are the correct statement, everyone. Okay? Done? Any doubt in this? Everyone, any doubt in this, guys? If you have any doubt, please ask. Everyone. Clear? Next question. A proposes by a letter to B to sell his car for rupees 10,000. This is known as proposal. A is dash. If B accept the proposal, then he becomes the dash. Promiser, promisee, promisee, promiser, debtor, creditor, agent, principal. Simple question. How come third is correct? Because it is a special kind of bailment. When you are pledging the jewelry to a bank, it is simple a special kind of bailment where you are delivering goods to the bank. You are just transferring the possession to the bank for the purpose of serving that gold as a collateral. So there is a purpose, there is a transfer of possession to the bank, right? And so it is called as a special kind of bailment. You can call it as a special kind of pledge, bailment. Apart from pledge, it is a special kind of bailment also. Okay, done. So A proposes by a letter to B to sell his car for 10,000. Then it is known as a proposal. Obviously, so this is a very simple question. Here A is called as the promiser and B is accepting, so called as the promisee. Yes, A is the correct answer. Okay. Now next question. We have to choose the correct statement. Jurisdiction of district consumer dispute redressal commission have to entertain the complaint where the value of the goods and services paid in consideration should not exceed 60 lakh. Jurisdiction of the state consumer dispute redressal commission have to enter the complaints where the value of the goods and services does not exceed 60 lakh but exceed 60 lakh but does not exceed 5 crore. Here, National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission, the goods and services does not exceed 20 crore. Which of the following is the correct statement here? Everyone, which of the following is the correct statement here? Everyone, we have to answer this question correctly. Everyone, which of the following is the correct answer? Everyone, we have to choose the correct statement. District Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. Okay. Now here the goods and services paid in consideration does not exceed 60 lakh. Wrong. It is 50 lakh. For the State Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission, it exceed 50 lakh but does not exceed 2 crore. Okay. And National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission, it doesn't exceed 10 crore. Okay, so the correct answer is none of the above. None of the above is the correct answer. You have to learn this. Okay, none of the above is the correct answer, everyone. None of the above is the correct answer. Done. Okay, so I think let's take a break here. Everyone, just take a 7-minute break here, everyone. We are taking a 7-minute break, everyone, guys. Okay. So after 7 minutes, I'm just continuing the class, everyone. Okay. Okay. Am I audible to everyone? Am I audible to everyone, guys? Okay. Now, let's jump to the next question. In context of check truncation, which of the following statement is accurate? Now we have to choose the correct statement regarding the check truncation. The electronic image of the check completely replaces the physical check from the point of truncation onward. The truncation can occur at any time, not just during a clearing cycle, to expedite the realization process. After the check is truncated, the physical paper check remains with the account holder for their record. The inclusion of the digital signature from the truncating bank on the clearing house is mandatory. Now we have to choose the correct statement regarding the check truncation system. Everyone, we have to choose the correct statement regarding the check truncation. So you are saying B. Only if the first statement is accurate, and everyone else, please answer this question, guys. And everyone, please just like and share the video. Everyone. So, first of all, the electronic image of the check completely replaces the physical check from the point of truncation onward. Yes, correct. Second, the truncation can occur at any time, not just the during cycle. No, it occur only in the clearing cycle. After the check is truncated, the physical paper check remain with the account holder. No, it remains with the clearing house. The inclusion of digital signature is mandatory. No, it is optional. Obviously, so only first statement is correct. Good, everyone. Next question. Mr. Khanna point Mr. Verma as his agent to manage a property sale. Without Mr. Khanna's knowledge, Mr. Verma appoint Mr. Raghav as a sub-agent to handle negotiations. Raghav, while acting in this capacity, intentionally misrepresent the property's feature to the buyer, causing a financial loss to Mr. Khanna. Now, who is liable to Mr. Khanna for the misrepresentation of the sub-agent Raghav? Only Mr. Raghav, the sub-agent, only Mr. Verma, the original agent. Both Verma and Raghav, none as sub-agent, are not liable to the principal. So we have to answer this question, everyone. Everyone, please answer this question. Okay. So now, here there is a tricky point in this. Okay, there is some tricky point in this. Now, just read out carefully this particular no delegation feature. Read. An agent cannot employ another to perform act which he has undertaken personally. A sub-agent may be employed. Okay, sub-agent may be employed if the custom of trade or the nature of the agency so require. A sub-agent is a person employed by acting under the control of the original agent. The agent, listen carefully, the agent is responsible to the principal for the acts of sub-agent. Okay. So the agent is responsible to the principal for the act of sub-agent. The sub-agent is responsible for his act to agent, but not the principal, except in the cross case of fraud and willful wrong. Now just see this. Here, Mr. Khanna point Verma as an agent, okay? and Verma appoint Raghav as a sub-agent. Raghav is accountable to Verma and Verma is accountable to Khanna. This is the normal scenario, okay? But Raghav intentionally misrepresent the properties featured to the buyer, so it is a fraud. It is a crime. Now, because it is a fraud and crime, now in this case, Raghav is directly what? Accountable to Khanna, as well as Verma is also accountable to Khanna. Read out. The SEB agent is responsible for his act to the agent, but not the principal, except in the case of fraud. When there is a fraud, then the sub agent is also responsible to the principal, and the agent is also responsible for the principal. So, this is the case of fraud. Now, in this case, both are responsible to the principal because Raghav intentionally commit a fraud, a crime. So, Raghav is responsible towards Khanna, as well as Mr. Verma is already accountable towards Mr. Khanna, right? So, this is C, the correct answer. Now, any doubt in this question? Any doubt in this question, first of all? Now, here there is one more thing. It is without Mr. Khanna's knowledge that Mr. Verma appoint Mr. Raghav. So, a sub agent does not directly have a liability towards the principal, but except in the cross of fraud. Now, Raghav intentionally commit a fraud, so obviously Raghav is liable to Mr. Khanna. But here, Mr. Verma, why Mr. Verma is liable? Because he employed a sub agent without the knowledge. Okay, so here he actually exceed that authority of no delegation. So because Mr. Khanna don't know that Mr. Verma appoint a sub-agent, now that's why Mr. Verma is accountable to Khanna as well as Raghav is also accountable to Khanna. Clear? Any doubt here? Any doubt here, guys? Yes. Now next question. Company A is exporting goods to Company B and arrange a letter of credit from its bank. The LC specifies that the payment will be made to Company A about the presentation of certain documents, including a bill of lading and an invoice. Company A ships the goods and present the requirement document to the bank. However, the bill of lading shows a different shipment date that was stipulated in the LC. What will the bank do most likely in this situation? Everyone. What will the bank do most likely in this situation? Everyone, please answer this question. What will the bank most likely to do in this case situation? Very simple. The bank will refuse the payment because it does not matches with the terms and conditions of the LC. The LC always you have to strictly follow the terms and conditions which are regulated, which are specified in the letter of credit. Okay, and you have to refuse the payment if the documents are not as per the terms and conditions of the letter of credit. So obviously here B is the correct answer. Okay, done. Next question. RBI's committees on mechanization in the banking industry and on computerization was headed by Malegam, Rangarajan, W.S. Saraf or Sri Narasimha committee. Everyone. Answer this question. Please answer this question, guys. Simple. So it is by Dr. C. Rangarajan Committee. Computerization. I always say computerization is Rangarajan Committee. Right. Next. Rajesh grant a power of attorney to his friend Priya. The documents state that Priya is authorized to handle all Rajesh financial transaction, manage his investments, and make a decision regarding the sale of this property. However, the POA generally notes that Priya cannot act on Rajesh behalf for the sale of his car based on scenario which of the following statement is true. The POA is general POA because it cover all the financial transaction. POA is specific because it limited to the sale of car. POA is invalid because it cannot be both general and specific. The POA is a general POA limited to a specific transaction. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Rajesh grant a power of attorney to his friend Priya. The documents state that Priya is authorized to handle all the Rajesh financial transaction, manage his investment, making even the decision regarding the sale of property. So, because of this, this is a general POA which is looking. However, the POA specifically notes that Priya only act on Rajesh behalf for the sale of his car. So this is a specific, and this will become invalid because it cannot be both specific and general. So it become invalid, right? So it become invalid because it cannot be both general and specific. Yes, so C is the correct answer, everyone. Okay, C is the correct answer, everyone. Done? Clear? Next question. Moral judgment is based on the concept of objectivity, understanding, justice, fairness, profit. Moral judgment is based on the concept of which of the following? Moral judgment. Moral judgment is based on the concept of which of the following? Moral judgment is based on the concept of which of the following? Lawrence Kohlberg. Moral judgment, Lawrence Kohlberg. Everyone. It is objectivity, justice, and fairness. Yes, C is the correct answer. It is objectivity, justice, and fairness. Obviously, C is the correct answer. Yes, next question. Which of the following best reflect the ethical principle of treating others as you wish to be treated? The question is asking which of the following best reflects the ethical principle of treating others as you wish to be treated. You should always prioritize your own interest over the other. You should act in a way that you would be comfortable having others act towards you. You should retaliate against those who wrongs you. You should ignore the feeling of others in your decision making. Simple thing. Treating others as you wish to be treated. Yes, you should act way that you would be comfortable having others act towards you. Yes, B is the correct answer. Done? Good, everyone. Next question. I should take loans from XYZ Bank and offer a valuable artwork as a collateral under the pledge agreement. Okay. Later, she defaults on the loan and the bank take the possession of the artwork. During this time, Aisha also has the bank to hold her antique furniture for safekeeping. But this is not a part of any formal agreement. Which of the following is true regarding the bank's right? The bank can sell the artwork to recover the loan amount but has no right over the furniture since it was not pledged. The bank can automatically claim the furniture as well since they have the banker's lien on all the item held in the possession. The bank cannot sell the artwork until Aisha repay the loan in full. The bank has the right to sell both artwork and furniture to recover the loan. So we have to tell the correct answer, everyone. We have to tell the correct answer here, everyone. Simple question. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, and please just like and share the video, guys. Everyone who is watching this session, please like and share the video, guys. Everyone. Sharmila is saying A. The bank can sell the artwork to recover the loan amount but has no right over the furniture since it was not pledged. Yes. See, Aisha took a loan and offer her valuable artwork collateral under a pledge agreement. So now this artwork is pledged only. So obviously the bank has the power to sell the artwork. But here Aisha has given her antique furniture for just safekeeping. This is not the part of any formal agreement. It is like a bailment. So there is no right to sell that furniture since it was not pledged. Right? So yes, A is the correct answer. Simple A is the correct answer. Yes. Now next question. Rapi operate a micro and small enterprises and project an annual turnover of 40 crore for the coming year. According to the financing guideline, what is the maximum working limit that Ravi can receive from the bank? Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Ravi operate a micro and small enterprises and project an annual turnover of 40 crore for the upcoming year. According to the financing guideline, what is the maximum working capital limit that Ravi can receive from the bank? You are saying 8 crore. Everyone. Okay. 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 Right, everyone. See, I have told you this in a very detail in class, and I have told you specially, right? You are all right. You are saying that the projected annual turnover, 25% of the PAT is the maximum working capital requirement, out of which 20% is the bank which is giving to you, and 5% you have to borrow with yourself. 40 crore into 20%. So you are saying 8 crore is the what? Bank finance, right? But this is wrong. This is wrong. Why it is wrong? Because it is a micro and small enterprises. The maximum working capital which can receive financing from the bank in case of micro small enterprises is actually 5 crore. Remember this point, the very first point I have told you that if you are a micro and a small enterprise, the maximum permissible limit for the working capital which is to be received from the source of financing from the bank is 5 crore. You have calculated it and it is coming 8 crore receive financing from the bank. And for an MSE, the maximum permissible limit which is allowed to receive financing from the bank is 5 crore. So either this or this, whichever is lower. 5 crore is the correct answer. All of you are wrong. All of you are wrong. 5 crore is the correct answer. Any doubt? Any doubt? Everyone, if you have any doubt, please ask. No doubt, just please give me a thumbs up. Done? Not clear, Ruchi. Why it is not clear? Very simple thing is, if you are a micro or a small enterprises, the maximum working capital that is allowed to you for receive financing is 5 crore, right? When you have calculated this complete thing, the bank financing is coming 8 crore and your self contribution is coming 2 crore. However, you are a micro and a small enterprises. For you, the maximum permissible limit is only 5 crore. So 5 crore is the correct answer, not 8 crore. The max limit is 5 crore. Okay, clear? Any doubt? Everyone? Just please give me a thumbs up if you don't have any doubt here. Just please give me a thumbs up, everyone. Just please give me a thumbs up. If calculation was 4 crore, then 4 crore is the answer. Because 4 crore is lower. So it is either maximum 5 crore or the amount which is coming. Whichever is lower. So if the calculation is coming 4 crore, then 4 crore is the answer. Okay. Calculation is coming 8 crore. So maximum is 5 crore. I think अगर मैक्सिमम हटा भी दोगे ना तब भी इसका आंसर 5 करोड़ है. अगर मैक्सिमम हटा भी दोगे ना आप तब भी इसका आंसर 5 करोड़ है, क्योंकि ये माइक्रो और स्मॉल एंटरप्राइज के लिए है कि अगर आपको बैंक से फाइनेंस लेना है वर्किंग कैपिटल के लिए, तो आपके लिए सिर्फ मैक्सिमम 5 करोड़ अलाउड है. कैलकुलेशन के साथ 8 करोड़ आ रहा है, तो जाहिर सी बात है हमें सिर्फ मैक्सिमम ही देना है, तो 5 करोड़. क्लियर? Now, next question. Okay. ABC Bank was riding high on profit, believed all systems were functioning smoothly. However, an internal whistleblower alerted senior management about unethical dealing involving fake loan approvals. Simultaneously, a major corporate borrower default triggering financial instability. In the day that followed, the CEO communicated transparently with the stakeholder. An investigation was launched. The board was considered replacing some senior leader to restore public trust. Now, which of the following statement best map the scenario to this relevant crisis management stage? Everyone. So this was actually the question which I have explained you in the morning session. The same question. It is the same question I have asked you in the morning session, and still you are all saying wrong. Still you are all saying wrong. Just please focus and then answer. Everyone, what happens to you all? Just please focus and then answer. Don't be wrong in this situation, guys. Karthik, Ruchi, and everyone, please answer this question. Read out carefully the question and then answer, everyone. Read out the question carefully and then the answer, everyone. Hema is saying A, K is saying C, Trish is saying C. So first of all, when we are talking about the first statement, APC was riding high on profit, believed all systems were functioning smoothly. This is actually the overconfidence of this bank. And that's why the bank skipped the crisis prevention stage. Then there is actually a major corporate borrower which defaulted, triggering the financial instability. They faced a crisis situation, and now they are in the post crisis stage, so A is the correct answer. We have three stages of the crisis management. Okay, first of all is the prevention of the crisis, where you are thinking that everything is in your hand. So whistleblower policy come in this stage, first stage. Then the crisis situation. Crisis situation means when the event trigger and this require immediate action. Then there is a post crisis stage. Post crisis stage means you have to analyze the crisis and take the corrective step, right? Clear? Whistleblower was not the part of post crisis, it is the part of pre crisis stage, and that's why B is wrong. Okay, done. Any doubt in this question? Guys, any doubt in this question? Just please give me a thumbs up, everyone. Done? Okay. Now, next question. Imagine there is a fictional bank which is called as Sankal Bank. Imagine there is a fictional bank which is called as a functional bank, has a long standing reputation for the ethical conduct. Recently, under pressure to boost profit, is approved a series of borderline credit deals that met legal norm but involve aggressive mis-selling of the product to ill-informed rural clients. Which of the following best represent the ethical failure in this situation? The Salcom Bank violated RBI prudential norm. Sankal Bank misjudged market competition. Sankal Bank prioritized short-term gains over the stakeholder trust. Failed to expand into the digital banking services. Easy question. Everyone, please answer this question. You are all saying C is the correct answer. Yes. Under pressure, they approved a series of borderline credit deal that met the legal norms. So here, our Sankalp Bank doesn't violated RBI prudential norms. So first cannot be the answer. But they actually sell by ill informing the rural client, right? So they gain actually the short term gains. They prioritize short term gain over the stakeholder trust. So C is the correct answer, everyone. C is the correct answer, everyone. Done? Clear? Next question. Which of the following statement regarding the global financial crisis 2007 and 8 are incorrect? We have to choose the incorrect statement. The crisis was a result of external economic shock and not related to the financial sector's internal practice. Mortgage brokers prioritize responsible lending practice over loan volume. Credit rating agencies maintain strict impartiality in rating mortgage backed securities. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac followed conservative lending policies with prudent risk control throughout the period. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Everyone focus on the question first and then answer. Please, everyone, just focus on the question and first and then you have to answer. Everyone, just focus on the question first and then you have to answer. Everyone. And everyone, please at least like and share the video, guys. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Everyone, we have to choose the incorrect statement here. Incorrect statement here. Only first and second are incorrect. Third and fourth are correct, everyone. Again, read out the question. I am saying again, read out the question and then answer. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Again, read out the question and then answer. Karthik is saying C. First, second, and thirds are wrong. Read out the question. Again, read out the question. I'm saying if you just read out the question now, you will get the correct answer. First question, the crisis was result of a purely external economic shock? No, no. Internal financial practice was very responsible for the global financial crisis. Risky lending. KYC was not done properly at that time. Risky lending. So financial sector's internal practice, yes, it was the reason behind the global financial crisis of 2007 and 8. So first is incorrect. Second, mortgage broker prioritize responsible lending? No, they haven't prioritized the responsible lending, right? They focus on the volume, load volume, rather than the responsible lending. And that's why the financial crisis happened. Credit rating agencies maintained a strict impartiality in rating mortgage backed securities. No, they gave biased rating. They gave biased rating, and that's why global financial crisis happened. This is all the reason. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac followed conservative lending practice with prudent risk control. They haven't controlling the risk. They just want to grow. They are abandoning the risk control. They were just abandoning the risk control, and that's why crisis happened. So all the four statements are wrong. We have to choose the incorrect statement, guys. All the four statements are wrong here. Done. All the four statements are wrong here. Everyone, any doubt in this question? Everyone, any doubt in this question? Next, which of the following is not true about IMPS, immediate payment service? IMPS allows electronic fund transfer only through mobile phone. Facilities provided by NPCI. IMPS allows money transfer, allows transferring of money to one account with another. IMPS transaction can be done through bank branch. Not true about IMPS. Everyone, immediate payment services. Not true. Why, Karthik? This is true. It can be done through bank branch. I'm saying not true about IMPS. Immediate payment services allowed electronic fund transfer through mobile phones only. That is the incorrect statement. IMPS are allowed through the bank branch also. IMPS are allowed through the bank branch also. And that's why E is correct. True. We have to choose the incorrect statement. A. Okay. Next, patching operating system is done to remediate against what? Patching operating system is done to remediate against what? Known security vulnerabilities, unknown macros, execution of unauthorized software, or DDoS attack. Patching operating system. Yes, it was for known security vulnerabilities. We have patching operating system. Configuring Microsoft Office system are for unknown macros. Application whitelisting. Application whitelisting are for execution of the unauthorized of software, and anti-DDoS software. It was for the DDoS attack, right? Patching operating system is for known security vulnerabilities. Okay, done? Done, everyone? Next question. David lent his friend Mia $5,000 in return. Mia pledged her expensive watch as a collateral. The agreement states that if Mia fails to repay the loan within 3 months, David has the right to sell the watch and recover the amount owed. Situation A, Mia repaid the loan on time, David returned the watch. Situation B, Mia fails to repay the loan within the agreed period, decide to sell the watch, receive his money. David, however, decide to keep the watch for himself instead of selling it after Mia's default. Based on these situation, which of the following statement is true? Based on these situation, which of the following statement is true? David cannot sell the watch without Mia's consent, regardless whether she defaults on the loan. David has the right to sell the watch after Mia's default since it is a pledge, but he must notify her first. David can keep the watch for himself since he has pledged and Mia has no right over the watch. David can recover his loan through a lien which does not allow him to sell the watch. Simple question. Simple question, you have to answer this. Very simple question, you have to answer this. Now you are all saying B is the correct answer. Now you are all saying B is the correct answer. David has the right to sell the watch after Mia's default since it's a pledge, but he must notify her first. Okay. But what is wrong in C? Why C is not the correct answer? David can keep the watch for himself since he has a pledge and Mia has no right over the watch anymore. Why? Why C is the wrong one? Why C is wrong one? Everyone, why C is wrong? Why C is wrong, everyone? Just tell me. Because in this pledge item, you have to sell the goods, recover the money, recover your all the principal plus interest amount. And if in excess you have left with anything, you have to return it to the borrower. Because of this condition, that excess should be returned to the borrower. That's why you have to sell the watch. You cannot keep the pledge item with yourself. Okay, and that's why B is the correct answer. Okay, why David cannot keep that watch for himself? Because David have to sell, recover the money, paid off his debt, and then excess amount should be returned to Mia. Okay, and that's why B is the correct answer. Okay, done, clear? Yes. The period of limitation for the sale of mortgage property through the court is dash year from the date of the creation of mortgage. This is the last question for you all. This is the last question for you all, everyone. The period of limitation for the sale of mortgage property through the court when it is payable on demand is dash year from the creation of mortgage. So period of limitation in case of mortgage. Period of limitation in case of mortgage, everyone. Period of limitation in case of mortgage, 12 year, correct. So B is the correct answer, right? So this is it. This is your first part of the final marathon. I hope that you have all enjoyed this final marathon. You have learned the questions, concepts, some tricky questions I have given to you, right, everyone? So thank you so much for watching this session. Thank you so much, guys. Just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. And if you haven't subscribed this channel, please subscribe this channel and press the bell notification icon. Thank you so much. Have a very good night, guys. Take care. Tomorrow we're going to have a final marathon part 2, okay? At sharp 6 p.m. live. So everyone should attend the session. Thank you, Karthik, Sharmila, Hema, Krish, Ruchi, and everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hema. Thank you, everyone who have joined this session. Just please, everyone, just like the video, okay? Thank you. Have a very nice day. Take care. Bye bye, guys. Bye, everyone. Take care.